Welcome back to our next Business Bites interview series. I'm delighted to have Jenna Wagner here, the founder and CEO of Selective Services, a virtual assistant and marketing coordinator company located here in the Tri-Valley, California area, but serving clients nationwide. Welcome, Jenna.
Hi there. Thank you for having me.
Yep, thanks for being here. So tell their viewers a little bit more about your journey in a nutshell to starting this business.
So I had always been in a assistant, administrative, co-teacher role,
Mhm.
and I have always offered support. And in my last job, I worked at a real estate office as a broker's administrator. I was an assistant. I was up at the front desk, and I came across a video about virtual assistant work. And I was watching it, and I can do that.
Mm.
I can handle multiple people all the
Yeah.
time. That's what I do. And so I took what I was good at and what I loved to do and created it into this virtual assistant and marketing coordinator company, Selective Services.
Yes. And so when growing up or in life at any point, did you think, I want to be a business owner?
So, over the last few years and when I was in college, I always told myself no. I
Mm.
like being given direction and I like having an end goal kind of already outlaid for me. But I recently came across a video that I made in high school where my goal was to be a teacher with a side business and run a business.
Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was
Okay.
very funny that
Yeah.
back then that's what I had thought about it.
Mhm.
And I've always been in a leadership role, so it kind of made sense to kind of help facilitate
Yeah.
and do something that helps my clients and
Mhm.
everyone else.
Yeah. So what do you think is the common misconception of a virtual assistant?
That you're not here when I have consultations and I talk to people. I know that there are a lot of overseas
Mhm.
assistants, but I get a lot of, "Are you real?" It's not
Mm.
even just out of, the country, but
Sure.
it's like, "Are you a real person?" And
No, it's not like
yes.
virtual reality. It's like
Right.
just virtual, like
Right.
online.
And yes, I'm
Yes.
not a program.
Yeah.
But that is one big common
Mm.
misconception.
Mhm.
And through my experience and with different clients in different industries, I guess um, being able to pick up on other things and assist in other areas other than what I was originally hired on for.
Mhm.
So kind of, oh, well, they only do this, or this company only
Sure.
does this.
Yeah.
So I like to keep mine more versatile so that I can hit different audiences and
Mhm.
target markets.
Mhm. And so what were your goals when you started?
I specifically, my goal is like, I want one big client and two small clients.
Mhm.
And what that meant to me, I wasn't really sure. I
Yeah.
just wanted to have experience and kind of get out there and get um, a better understanding of what it entailed.
Mhm.
And I wanted freedom
Mm.
to choose the people I work with
Yeah.
and work with people that had big goals and aspirations like I do and help them along the way as and they may not realize, but they help me along the way too. I
Yeah.
learned so much. I can do so much and that's what I wanted.
Mhm. So have your goals changed from when you started, or how have they changed?
I the best way to put it, I want to be able to help more people.
Mhm.
I love the feedback that I get from my clients and I would love to multiply myself
Mm.
and teach others to anticipate needs rather than always have to be told
Mhm.
what to do and really be that assistant that people are looking for.
Especially business owners.
Yes,
Mhm.
it's not just about, "Oh, hey, can you make this phone call for me?"
Yeah.
It's knowing to make that phone call,
Mhm.
knowing the steps before the clients need to know, and providing real value.
Mhm. And you have a team now.
I do.
And so tell me about, or tell our viewers, what do you go through as far as your hiring process to ensure that what I hear in your values is that you want people to take initiative and to think ahead, right,
Mhm.
and be supportive.
Yes.
So, how do you tell us about your hiring process?
So my hiring process is new.
Mhm.
I was very fortunate when I started. I had a very good friend that was already doing their own thing as well.
Mhm.
And so she kind of learned with me and looking for someone who's willing to come on and learn with me also. So I had an interview on Monday,
Mhm.
and we talked about what they currently do, what they're looking for, and if they want to grow. Because it's not just taking on clients,
Yeah.
but it's wanting to grow as an individual and establishing something
Mhm.
within what we're doing and taking the initiative and just having that conversation of what's important and what we do and what they're willing to take on.
Yeah.
And that's that's where we're at right now,
Mhm.
and that conversation went really well, talking
Mhm.
about taking initiative. That night, I didn't even ask, but I got a resume and an email and just thanking me for, the time and just going out of your way to think of that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. Even
Yeah.
if and with clients, even if it's not the right time, but still thanking them for their time and
Mhm.
keeping in touch.
Yeah. So it's taking initiative is more of a characteristic
It
that
is.
you're looking for because this is a value of selective services and what sets you apart
Yes,
from potentially other virtual assistant companies.
absolutely.
And one of the things that I come across very frequently, especially with business owners who have either are looking to make their first hire or are looking to add another team member, um, in your experience, when is the best time to start thinking about or start hiring a virtual assistant or assistant in general?
I think when you're in the middle of a task and you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, I don't need to be doing this."
Mm,
Or a big one, "I don't want to be doing
mhm.
this. I hate this part.
Yeah.
I don't like this part." Finding someone that is passionate about it and knows how to do it and wants to do it, they're going to get better results
Mhm.
too.
Mhm.
So, when a business owner is having those conversations with themselves. I don't like this. I don't want this,
Mhm.
or I don't have time for this. Having an extra set of hands and the virtual aspect of it, we're essentially on call,
Mhm.
and the way that the contracts are set up, like you have someone that you can just send an email to and then it gets done in the background and you don't have to have someone there all the time waiting for you to hand them something.
Mhm.
It's as simple as sending a text message or sending an email.
Mhm. So you heard it here. If you're telling yourself, if you find yourself saying, "I hate this. This is a waste of my time." Um,
Yes,
enter, it's time to hire.
absolutely. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Great. Good tips. Good tips for sure. So what do you think as far as your success to date and being able to now, scale with your team members and you're looking to hire your next team member? What do you think what contributes to your success so far?
I guess my attention to detail. My I do have like I love what I do. I can
Mhm.
talk about it all day. I love to
Mhm.
talk about it all day, and finding something that you love makes you want to be successful, and it kind
Mhm.
of just falls into place.
Yep.
I always talk about how fortunate I am because I love what I do.
Mhm.
And someone had told me a long time ago, I was like, "Oh, I'm good at that." And they're like, "Well, it's because you like it." And I'm like,
Mhm.
I never thought about that.
Mm.
And you are good at things when you enjoy them
Mhm.
and when you love them. And so taking that passion and putting it towards something that meant something to me,
Mhm.
the success kind of came with it.
Mhm.
And I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
it's there and I
Yeah.
and I love it and
Mhm.
I want to do more
Yeah.
and
Well, it shines through. So when you're doing your marketing and when you're out networking or you get a referral, that passion shines through and people are drawn to it, basically. So
Absolutely.
it's like, sign me up.
I had someone,
And they stay with you.
I was at a
because-
networking, right.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was at a networking event and someone asked me what I did, and I'm telling her, and she looked at me and she goes, you light up when you talk about your work.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I never thought of it like
Yes.
that.
You're like,
and she goes,
too.
that's what's going to bring people towards you, because you can talk about it, you can explain it. And when you do talk about it, like, you light up the room. She's like, I could talk to you about this just because I loved how bright you became when you started talking about it. And I was like, oh, I do love it. So
I'm sure everybody can see that now. So great.
Yes.
So what's next for Selective Services?
What's next? I have that thought every day. As of yesterday, I have learned through, I do love the assistant work itself, but I've also learned that I am a very good trainer and I'm a very good teacher. And so if I can help people by not necessarily, if they don't have the funds or the time to bring on a virtual assistant, but at least consult and help them set up some systems and just some consulting part of it. That's the biggest thing that I'm thinking of next. I really liked how my interview went, and if I could get people into the client work of it and then move on to the teaching and the consulting part of it, I would love to build that part of my business.
Great. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. And so how can people get in touch with you or with Selective Services?
With Selective Services, you can call, text, email. I'm working on my website. It is almost finished, but yes, I have Instagram, selective_services_, or call or text at 951-428-0949.
Well, thank you, Jenna, for sharing your insights and some really good nuggets. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Be sure to write in the comments your aha moment, your top learnings. We'd love to hear those. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.